Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a bonus full moon for the month of February tarot oracle reading. And Virgo, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Virgo, we still all have a little bit of Virgo in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Virgo in? That's where this energy will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a general collective reading, so some parts may or may not resonate with you. Just take what works for you and leave the rest. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching this right now, it is the perfect time for you. If it has been some time since I have posted this, check what was going on at that time in your life, and it may give you further insight into your situation. So we're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. So the reading is, we have the Three of Swords here. So this represents, do you want to come up here, Stella? Oh, my little cat wants to join us. Her job is to sit on my lap and purr. So be a good girl and do that, and don't get in the way. Good luck with that. All right, we have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is a potential heartbreaking decision has to be made or has been made, past, present, future. And so this energy, when you look at this card, I mean, right away you can see this isn't good. Having said that, when you look at it a second time, you realize, oh, the heart is quite big compared to the swords. So at least they're smaller, like it's more like they're pinpricks or nails. And so there could be some hope for recovery from this. When you look at the picture, it's hard to tell if that's a cliff in the background with a cloud, or is that a human being with the throat and the shoulders and the head. And so this energy, sometimes it means that there's been words or thoughts directed your way that have been hard to hear. Gossip, slander, that kind of energy. And you have been unable, or you've been unable to talk about it or be able to speak your truth. And so this card is saying that something has, sometimes it quite often is to do with your romantic life. So we'll see what's going on here. And then we have that's the underlying energy for the whole reading. And now we're going to get the underlying energy for the internal forces. So, hey, we have a lot of swords out here, Virgo. So let's see what's going on. This card sometimes represents a never-ending nightmare, something that just keeps occurring and you can't stop it. And waking up in the middle of the night and just being, from a nightmare and being really, out of sorts and worried, in a state of worry. This is the internal forces. When you can tell it's internal forces when you're laying in bed like this and wake up and say, what if this happens? What if I do that and this happens? What if, the what ifs, the woulda, coulda, shouldas. And that's the internal forces. This card can also represent that you're just really totally and completely bored and with the same old. And it sometimes can represent enlightenment from source energy in the wee hours of the night. So let's see, we're gonna keep going here. We're off to a banging start, Virgo. Well, the Emperor's here. So the Emperor is all four kings rolled into one person. So the Emperor's all about performance. He's got his armor on, underneath his robe here. It's representing someone who's very wise by the white beard. And he's also, people go to him for help a lot of the time, like for advice, because he's considered to be very wise, really good at business. He would likely be like the CEO of a company, or he might even be the leader of a country. He could be someone definitely that's in the Senate or something like that, like a person that is at the top of his game no matter what he's doing, highly intelligent. and able to bring what is ethereal down to earth and manifest at a high level. So let's see here. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is representing, there's only 10 pentacles for the cards in the tarot. So this is saying that you have a really good hand on abundance in the 3D. So this is health, wealth, happiness, and the lifestyle that you live. And of course, a big part of that is coin. So this card is representing, if you've ever heard of Nikola Tesla, and he talks about the beauty of the 369, and then you have the key to the universe. If you understand that, you'll have the key to the universe. So he's speaking about a ratio. And so she has her hand on 6 pentacles, and then she also has 3 behind her here. So this is just showing that she has learned the give and take of life, how much to invest in others, how much to invest in herself, who to take from, who not to take from, when to do it, that kind of energy. And the ratio, like she always keeps 6 coin for herself and 3 for to invest in, like charity, or maybe if a family member needs help, something like that. Investments that are maybe a little bit more dangerous investments, something that's a little bit more risky. And she has this falcon here, which shows that she has the insight to know how much to give, how much to take, how much to pay people when she hires them, that kind of energy, how much to be paid for her work. And also, it's not just about money, it's about investment of time and energy, that kind of, so a total, it's about all forms of abundance on planet Earth. And then we have Temperance here. So Temperance is, this angel is considered an earth angel. And Temperance is talking about having devotion to your life path, no matter what happens in your life, being patient about it and staying on your path. So the sun in the background here at the path here represents, this is God. And this is what you were put on earth for. A lot of people consider this to be the card of the earth angel. So in the Bible it says there's 144,000 angels that come down to earth, and that they have special missions on the planet. And we all have our own. A lot of times people will ask, hey, what's my purpose? Your purpose is to be the best version of yourself. But a lot of people feel that the earth angels have special missions that were given to them to take over, like while they're on earth, to make it happen. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So the knights were, they would work for the king and the queen, and they would be delivering messages far and wide between the kingdoms. And they would, be doing that by horse, and they would protect the palace, etc., and the kingdom. And so when this card comes in, the knights represent some form of communication coming in. And of course, in the old days, they would travel by horse, and it would take them sometimes days, weeks, however far, they had to go and then get, wait for the answer from the other kingdom, and then take it back to their kingdom. That kind of energy. But these days we have so many forms of communication. So this could be a phone call, it could be a letter in the mail, it could be paperwork, it could be a text message, an email. Sometimes it's a social media post that you see, or even something on the news, that kind of energy. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all the signs, or all the knights, and he represents the pentacles. So it's almost like he has the 10th pentacle here for you. So this could be some information about some money coming in. We still haven't really figured out what this energy is about, but we'll get to it. If you're in the Emperor energy, you're in a strong place. So this energy, when the horse comes in right now, just at the time we're at, I'm posting this today actually. I'm a little bit off schedule, so I'll be posting it as soon as it's done. And the energy is like it's the 23rd or 24th. I can't remember which, sorry. And it's going to be, the full moon will be on the 1st of February. And so the full moon is in the sign of Leo. And that energy is talking about the Leo full moon. There's like a romantic nature to it. And it's also very expressive. It's kind of in the energy of wanting to express your personal preferences, you're shining your own special light, and being kind of a leader, not part of the crowd, but being, standing out as an individual. And the thing is about the Leo energy is right now, right across from the wheel in the horoscope, is the opposing sign is Aquarius, and opposing signs in the horoscope have a strong influence on us, like for every sign. And the Aquarius energy is saying, hey, you need to be more concerned about the group dynamic. You need to be concerned about others over yourself. That has to be your first priority. And Leo's going, no way. I need to look after myself right now, kind of energy. So that's the battle that a lot of people are maybe feeling a little bit right now, is they not wanting to have to spread themselves too thin, and to be able to use the resources that they have to be able to better their own personal life before even considering other people at this time. And because the Knight of Pentacles, his horse is at a standstill. As I said, he's the slowest moving of the knights. Having said that, when he does come in with his communication, it's usually a solid offer, and quite often it will be about a legacy of money coming in, like generational wealth. And that's like, this would be 10, if you add this to this would be 10 of Pentacles, which would be the most that you can get. Also, this energy, because on February 17th will be Chinese New Year, and we will be moving into the year of the fiery horse. And so that energy is very much about moving forward in new ways. It's a lot of setting really high achievement goals and then working towards those. And it's a more free-flowing, free-spirited energy, going like kind of step by step as you go along and going with the flow. And it's also talking a lot about in romance, about, having a lot of passion. And horses, they're all hearts. So it's about really, having a lot of heart, pouring your passion into what you do. The danger with well, not so much with this one, because the horse is at a standstill. But the danger of this fiery horse energy is that it can really be impulsive energy. If you've ever seen a horse or if you ride horses, when they get the bit in their mouth and they get away from you and they get spooked and they run, it's kind of that energy. So if, it's talking about being careful not to be impulsive, and also not to go too fast, like rushing through things. Like, as I said, just going with the flow instead of forcing things, because it can really, the energy is like fiery and it wants to gallop kind of energy, and that kind of energy can really burn you out before you could complete, whatever goal it is that you're trying to complete here. And so I'm just bringing that up because when the horses show up in the readings right now, I feel it has a pretty strong influence. So this full moon on the 1st is actually a good time to release anything that's left that would be burdensome, whatever, if you're resonating with this reading, you would have an idea what this heartbreak is about and what this is about here. And we'll keep going with the reading to see if we can get a little more clarity here. All right, we have the Five of Swords coming in now. So the Five of Swords is this person has definitely been battling, and this can talk about real cutthroat competition. It could be like, I'll do anything that I have to win kind of energy. So this person, this could represent him fighting, these two other people, and he's had to fight, and he's won. And he's ready to go again if he has to. He's protecting himself and whatever this is that the fight is about. And like the swords represent your will and your thoughts and your mental intelligence. So it's about discipline of the mind so that you can overcome emotions or whatever is coming at you to be able to carry through and finish, complete whatever you're working on. And so this energy could be him fighting other people, or it also could be a battle of wills within himself. This could represent the subconscious mind, which is the thoughts that we have from the time we're born till the time, we're about in kindergarten age. And you may have noticed you don't remember very much from that time frame, especially not when you're a baby. And so, but yet that in that time frame, whatever happens to us is heavily imprinted on us. And when we get into battles or we get emotional, or out of sorts, that's usually the first thoughts that come to us is the subconscious mind. And really, it's other people's thoughts that were raising us. The people that were put in charge of our care tell us, oh, you were like this when you were a baby and you were like that. But we don't remember, so we have to rely on their memory. And so the subconscious mind is not the most reliable. And then we also have the unconscious mind. And so a lot of people do feel like, hey, I'm a human being with a soul. But really what you are is a soul traveling in a human body. So your soul has needs that, as well as your physical body. And if those needs aren't met, then it causes all sorts of, it can cause pain in the physical body and an unease like this kind of energy here. So the unconscious mind is your sort of spiritual side, your soul side. And then your conscious mind is what you have a handle on. So this is what you are really aware of. And so this energy is speaking about, there could be an inner battle going on, whether or not you want to keep going here. Like this, the Knight of Pentacles looks like he's kind of like, not really lost maybe, but looking for direction here. And that's kind of the energy, like of the sword energy in this reading. Otherwise, it's, a great reading. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning. So the Wheel of Fortune is actually representing good luck coming in. And it is talking about the past, the present, and the future. There's actually 3 wheels on the Wheel of Fortune, and they're all coming together in synchronicity to be able to empower you to get on your destined path. And so that's the energy that this is. So let's just take a look here. We have, this is how you would identify your self-image, is as an emperor, which is super, high performance. It's a real strong energy to be in, and and also realize these are archetypes. So the emperor could be a woman in her masculine energy. It's usually a male because this is real alpha male energy, but it could be both. And same with this. This could be a man in his feminine energy. So this energy here is talking about how you view yourself, like your self-worth, your abundance. And you have a really good handle on that as well. You understand the give and take and how to, that you need to empower yourself first and foremost. If you give too much of yourself away, then you'll run out of what you can give, right? And this is the communication from your early life. So I feel like maybe on some level, like you've been raised with some spiritual values, that kind of energy of, understanding about God and prayer and about destiny, like being able to understand that, you have your path and being able to listen to your intuition as well as your logic so that you can get information both from your spiritual side as well as your brain and your mind. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles here, and this is about your emotional foundation. So this is kind of energy, it's kind of sort of saying slow and steady wins the race. It also is talking like this is like, as I said, when the information comes in from the Knight of Pentacles, usually you can trust the information is as reliable as he could, make sure it was. And as I said, it quite often does talk about generational wealth and a legacy of wealth. We also have your creativity here. So there's something here. There's something, I feel the energy is about, this is romance. And it's, if you have any children, and kind of your ability to find creative solutions to problems. And I feel like it's this part of the reading that is representing this. And otherwise, like, the energy is flowing. So we'll see here. The wheel of fortune is turning. This means that if you've been having bad luck, or you are in a situation that is clearly heartbreaking, disturbing, and you're having to fight, this energy it's shifting right now. And because this also represents your daily routine and your habits, and so it sometimes can represent your health as well as this card. So it's just saying, you need to really look after yourself here, and look after whatever this is. And we're going to look into this. We'll look at now what are the external forces. So I'm going to take the card off the bottom of the deck, and it's saying too much thinking, overthinking. So there might be something, like, I feel like this could be coming from other people, definitely, because of this card. But this is also, like, I just want to give you another take on this in case this is more what this is about, just because of these cards here being so strong. Sometimes this card can represent what we talked about here, the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. This can also represent the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. And when they're congruent with each other, and they're plugged into what your heart wants, your heart's desires, then that's when you can manifest at a high rate. And sometimes this card can be like when you wake up between like 2 and 4 in the morning, and you're getting enlightenment from the Holy Spirit or God. Like, you might have a dream and it's very clear, and it's talking about, oh, these are the consistent steps of action you need to take to be able to get to your goals. So sometimes this represents enlightenment from your intuition while you're, in the wee hours, or while you're asleep. So in that case, it wouldn't be heartbreaking. It would be, you need to quit thinking so much. You need to quit overthinking everything. This is the High Priestess. She's all about the joy of being close to God, and that it's just sitting on top of this card. I just feel like it's interesting. I'm getting this energy that you might be feeling this unease, because you can feel like there's a change coming. Kind of, this is the way I'm getting it. Kind of like unsure, like the King of or the Knight of Pentacles here, who's like, which direction should I go in to get there the soonest, to get this information in, and he stops and he ponders, right? And so I feel like with these cards, this could be just saying that now you had some enlightenment, and you've decided you're going after your heart's desires. And it's been a bit of a struggle to quiet your mind, because your mind is going, well, that you can't do that. You have to listen to me. And I feel like this is going to change your destined path, like to get back onto your path of more joy and happiness, which is kind of weird, but sometimes the cards can work that way. But then we have this now for the external forces. So the external forces is what you do not have control over, that comes from outside of you. The internal forces you have control over. So you can't control what other people say, do, etc. But you can actually control how you react to it or how you respond. So now that beautiful scenario that I just said, it could be partly true, but now we have this, and this is clearly like you've been sabotaged and left for unalive. So this is talking about a lot of effort being put in to take you down, basically. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, and the person who's laying here has their right hand in the form of a blessing, which is the same signal the hand makes in the Hierophant card, which is the card that would bring justice to a situation like this. And so sometimes whatever's happening here can be a blessing in disguise, because it makes you aware of it and then maybe get on your heart's path. Now, the other thing is, this could be, like this, it generally is speaking like you've got either someone who has stabbed you in the back 10 times and left you for unalive, and they weren't satisfied at, you know, the 4th or the 5th or whatever sword. This can represent the energy of 10 different people or 10 groups of people sabotaging you, like really wanting to take you down, that kind of energy. So let's see some more, because this is an external force. Having said that, the external forces could have you overthinking and you're sabotaging yourself, that kind of energy. So let's just see, Virgo. I feel like, see, the tarot cards, the reason I don't take reversals is because every card speaks of pluses and minuses, basically. You know, and you can, I like to read them in context with the other cards rather than just relying on the cards upside down or whatever. So here we have the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is all about love. It quite often represents romantic love, but it also represents like having love for something you do or something you be, and for others that other than your romantic partners. There's all sorts of love. So it would be like you love your partner and you love your beautiful children and you love where you live and you love your home and you love your community and you love your neighbors and you love your career and you love your co-workers and all of that. So in which case, this card would be self-sabotage then. Or not, I mean, well, it could go either way. Let's just keep going. And then we have the Hangman. So the Hangman is hanging from the tree of knowledge, and he's upside down because he wants to gain perspective on his situation. And that's what I feel like. There's some confusion somewhere here. Now, this could be confusion about your love life and everything that you love. It could be that the people you think that love you as much as you love them are doing this to you. And maybe you've just become aware of it. And you've had to hang from the tree of knowledge. So the Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge to gain balance and understanding of what's going on in your life. And he hangs from the tree of knowledge upside down so he can gain a different perspective. And when the aura around his head, it gets really bright, okay, then and he's ready. It's like, okay, I'm going to come down from the tree now. And now I can take action. I know what to do. And then we have this energy coming in. So now I'd say this clarifies, again, this could be but this is an external force coming in. So I feel like the devil represents temptation ultimately. So it could be that you were going along and everything was just swimmingly going along. This is a pre-Empress energy from the minor arcana. Like this is someone who's almost got all 4 qualities of the Queen, just like the Emperor does. So this would imply that this would be a couple. And they're on their path together, it seems, but some sort of temptation has come in from the external forces. And this could be a heartbreak being realizing that these 2 swords here that maybe represent these 2 people are not, you know, has been disturbed by outside influences. This sometimes can talk about infidelity in a romantic relationship, like with your spouse or whatever, and being sabotaged by them. And then it's kind of saying that, you know, the happy, beautiful life that you thought you had is actually not 100% true here for sure. And we have the lovers here, and they're yoked together, and they're yoked to the Saturn's black box. And the devil is crouched over the box here. And this is representing like animal instincts. So this card is more about lust than love. So, you know, that would be, you know, it could be that your partner has been taking on lovers. And I feel like it could be more than one, or with one person at least 10 times. And maybe your intuition now is saying, hey, this has been going on. And it's a nightmare for you because you had no idea. Maybe a whole bunch of people know and you don't know. That's very common in those situations. So when the devil comes out like this, what I like to do, because the devil is about temptation, you're not going to get the truth from the devil because it's very manipulative energy. So we're going to just see what card covers this. And the devil always sends in a minion to do his dirty work. He doesn't do it himself. And sometimes God sends in someone. So yeah, there's some sort of illusion. And look at that with the moon. And again, it's this Leo energy saying, hey, I need to look after myself. I need to know that I have, that I'm looking after myself first and foremost, and then everybody else. And so this energy is saying there is some sort of illusion. And the energy of the sun shining, like from the Aquarius energy, from the perspective of others on this moon, that's on the 1st of February, may have some answers for you. See, this is talking about emotional waters. And the lobster's climbing out of the water there and about to climb out of their emotions. And they're about to like get back on their path. So that is talking about any hidden secrets, any illusions are now over. And you know the truth. That's the kind of energy. And then that allows you to go on a new journey and breaks this cycle. So this is kind of like not the most beautiful reading. Having said that, the truth will set you free. And so this is an energy that, you know, if you, the Fool begins their journey in the major arcana at the 0 point. So once you understand this energy, then you can make strong choices. And I'm just getting that, you know, you may have been like, your intuition's been yelling at you like, hey, there's something going on here, but you didn't want to really hear about it. Like you just didn't want to see it because you have this beautiful life. And to have to face that your partner actually isn't who you think they are, and there's been illusions and they've been cheating on you, would put you in this energy for sure. And, you know, being sabotaged in this way. And I'm just getting the energy is kind of, this could be past, present, or future. So you may already know this, and you're like, oh no, I know what this is about. Or this could be a warning for you, or this has already happened in the past, and you're already on that journey again now, on a new cycle. Oh, and look at this. So this is, this card, so this is a celebration, except it's really not, is it? Because there's 3 cups here. And that's like representing the fact that there's 3 here, and there should only be 2. And this represents gossip and slander and that kind of energy. These people are toasting each other, or they're toasting something, but it's not even each other. They're toasting something that's happened. And so it feels like, you know, there's 3 people here, and these are cups of love. And quite often, like, cups represent the romantic love. So these people, this quite often could be gossip and slander about this energy, whatever has happened. And like I said, a lot of people could know about it and you didn't know about it, and that's not uncommon. And the thing is, in a lot of cultures, is particularly in Europe, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, then there's a superstition that you'll have 7 years of bad luck in your romantic life. So it would kind of defeat the purpose of toasting, you know? So I feel like this is about gossip and slander, and this can even represent that it could have been a friend of yours that was cheating. Someone, you know, close to you in your inner circle was cheating with your partner. And other people knew about it. So that, therefore, puts you in a very, it's not just your lover, it's everybody you know kind of energy. So Virgo, I do hope that this is not the case, but it feels like it. So I don't know. We're going to clarify this a bit more here. Let's see what's going on. So let's just clarify this first. So this is the position of commitment in marriage. So something has happened to sabotage your marriage or your partnership. And then it's a huge transition. So that's saying that the happiness that you thought you had is not what you thought it was. And then this is talking about your higher learning. So yeah, the hangman hangs there to get a different perspective. And then this is about your career and your reputation and your public image. And I feel like this is talking about, there was a lot of illusions around, I think, like you on the social scene, and that your partner and you would appear to be like the couple that everybody wants to be like kind of energy, you know, the emperor and the empress, and they have it all together, and you know, like they have this wonderful lifestyle. But there was an illusion there, and that is, I think your partner cheats quite a bit. That's the energy coming in. And then because the Emperor is all about performance, and this energy is like pre-Empress energy. So generally, I mean, these should be strong people, but they can be, have been tempted by something here. So this is talking about your blessings coming in now. As I said, this could be a blessing in disguise for you to find this out now from this reading, maybe even, and so a big energetic hug if that's the case. And also this is a spirituality, and also this is talking about, being able to move forward, understanding who your friends are and aren't, who your frenemies are, basically. So if you're getting some value out of this, please do like and comment. I don't know if you're enjoying it, but the truth will set you free. So let's keep going here and let's look at this energy. So I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector, which I started back in 2007. And I'm an artist, so I did 64 paintings and I completed them by 2020. And I've had them out and about, but they never as the whole deck. And so now I want to make the final deck and the information that goes along with it. So I'm playing with it online here with you. And so thank you for your time and energy in that matter. And I will, in the description box below, I will put the numbers of the cards as they appear in this order. And the numbers represent the paintings numbered in my gallery on the home page, and there's also a shop page for the paintings. So you can take a look there if it gives you more clarity. So we're just going to I'm just tuning into this energy. Oh, and my website is talesfromthevector.com, and that's TAILS. And the Oracle is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. So, okay, so the Tower is wanting to come out. So the Tower represents a reality check. And yeah, and it can represent divorce, but the worst divorce is from source kind of energy. I feel that if this is the case, it could end up like, yeah, you want out kind of energy. So also from the bottom of the deck, the internal forces, the card that is clarifying this is the transition. So wanting this energy to end. It's kind of like your intuition's been telling you there's something wrong, but you didn't want to see it, but you couldn't help but see it, but now you've come to terms with it. Like, you've stopped the overthinking, and intuitively you just know, like, you're not willing to continue here. So you deserve better, and you know that you deserve better than that. So we have destruction. So yeah, so this is talking about, I don't like this energy at all. These low-flying witches at the full moon. They're, you know, that witchy energy. People that just like to destroy things because they're jealous, and, you know, they go out of their way. Like, they may have planned to, like, kind of, you know, push one of them on just, let's see if we can get them to cheat kind of energy. Could be something like that. I don't like that energy at all. And then we have the Lovers here. So it's saying, you know, that the energy that's the, you know, going on here is it's confirming this energy here. And we have, at least we're getting clarity. So we have the Pisces energy. I just want to make it clear that when these zodiac signs come out, my intention is not to say, oh, it's a Pisces that did it, that kind of energy. This is a general collective reading. So what I'm looking at is the state of being for that sign. Like, what can we learn from the, you know, when Pisces is in their best energy, what can we learn from that, how to handle things, and also the stage of life. So Pisces energy is like sink or swim. It's like, I feel like if you need to get back on your divine path, if this is happening, because it's not doing you, like, this is not energy that you can tolerate. I don't mean that you can't take it, that you're not strong enough, but it's just like it's not Empress energy. It's not pre-Empress energy. It's like to be treated like that. So it's kind of, and it's not Emperor energy if it's like either or. And remember, the Emperor could be a female, and the Empress and pre-Empress energy could be a male, although it's more likely to be the other way, like how it is here, just because this is very alpha male energy, and this is the ultimate of the feminine energy. And so this here is talking about authority and being, you know, in a position. Are you going to sink, or are you going to swim? Are you going to tread water for the rest of your life here, or are you going to make a decision? And I feel like you maybe have looked into it. Sometimes, you know, and this could be, you know, checking in with a lawyer or a divorce lawyer or something, and seeing, okay, what is it? What's my next steps here? And getting some information back. There's some jealousy here. I feel like from the community or whatever, this energy here being directed your way. And then, and if whoever's been cheated on here, this energy is also, could be a very jealous person, making it worse. And that's where, you know, I'd rather be better than bitter. Like, you don't want to be, like, if you stay in a situation like this, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. Like, you have to face it in one way or the other, and, you know, deal with it however you deal with it. But you have to face the truth here. There's been a blind spot here, and that's why, like, it's like, that's why your mind's not at rest. And so this is kind of, you know, a scotoma is an area of your eye where the pixels aren't lining up quite right. It's a little bit blurred. And so, you know, a scotoma in 3D life is kind of like, there's something you know that other people don't know, or there's something other people know that you don't know. And I feel that's the case here. And so this energy can be, you know, you need to look into it, because it's something that will be bothersome for you. Like, it's not something you can just gloss over. And yeah, and you know, that's what we have here. Deception. And this is kiss me good. There's been a hex in the city. I feel like this energy, but it's on the truth will set you free. Your destiny is changing once you know. You might have had suspicions, and you might have even hired a private eye or something to look into it. And then we have Gemini energy coming in. And Gemini, we talked about that. That's your subconscious mind. And that energy, and you know, this is communication. So I feel like this is how you felt when the communication came in. I feel like you maybe hired someone to look into this to find out, hey, and there was cheating going on. And that is like using your, you know, your logic as well as your intuition to come to some sort of resolution. So the High Priestess is clarifying the High Priestess. So that's what that's saying. Your intuition was telling you, hey, something's going on, but you didn't want to hear it on some level, and who could blame you? So don't beat yourself up about that kind of energy. And then we have father figures on top of that. There. So this is talking about sometimes women, if they don't feel like they've had a strong father figure, or if they have had, if you're a daddy's girl and you're looking for someone just like your father, or it could be the other opposite way around, where you never wanted to marry someone like your father. Your father might have been like a gallivanter, and and as the emperor, it's the same thing. Like if a male doesn't have a strong father figure to look up to, then you know they don't have a strong foundation for how to behave as a man in a committed relationship. And we have the Cancer energy here. So this is talking about the moon, and I feel like your intuition is really strong, and this is talking about maybe it was back on the 3rd of January. We had a full moon in Cancer energy, and it was really volatile and emotional. So that may be when you already know about this, or that's when your intuition got really, really loud, and that's when the hidden aspects started to come out. And so because the Cancer moon, the full moon in Cancer on the 3rd of January was very volatile, because of course Cancer is ruled by the moon energy. So it made it, and it was a very different. And so this is denial. So what I don't know won't hurt me, and I feel like that's kind of the energy. Like I feel like you knew but you didn't want to know kind of energy. And then we have dissemination of information. So this is talking about, hey, there's an elephant in the room, but I don't see it, you know, and like and really not, and in a way that's a form of protection when we're just not ready to see something as of yet. We need to heal a little bit and then deal with it. But I feel like now you're ready to deal with it. And we have Aries energy on this energy. So this is talking about moving forward now in a different way and with different friends. Because those are frenemies, not friends. And you'll know who they are. And they're probably like dancing around the moon right now because it's, 3 days before. And that energy comes out. And the full moon is their favorite time to be in that energy. So, low-flying witches love the full moon. And so this is not the best reading, but I don't have control over that. I just read the cards as they come out. So I do hope you've benefited from this, Virgo. Please do like and comment if you have, and consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate, and a big energetic hug to you. I will be doing another reading coming up here right away for the beginning of February. Bye for now, Virgo. Oh, are you ready, Stella? Are you mad because you